It would be easy. It would be easy. It would be so easy to walk away. I mean, it's not like they're married. It's not like there's that much of an agreement. They're betrothed. They're engaged. There might be a contract somewhere, but it hasn't been signed. It would be easy to walk away. I mean, it would be a problem. There would be talk. Rumors would start to go around. It's not like people haven't noticed that she is pregnant. She has been found to be with child. And now Joseph has to figure out how to spin this, right? He can take the hard roots and say, yeah, that is my child. We broke the rules. We were together before we were married. We did something we weren't supposed to do. He could bring that shame on himself and his family, this being a time when that was a shameful thing. Or he could take the less hard way and just walk away. She is the one who is pregnant. She is the one who is with child. This is her problem. It doesn't have to be his problem. Just let it go. Walk off into the distance. Let her return to her parents' house, and they can figure it out together. But there is something. There is something. There's a little tug at Joseph's heart. That wouldn't be right. That wouldn't be fair. Not if he made a big deal out of it. Not if he said, look at what is happening. I'm out. This isn't my problem. That would be bad for her and her family and that child, whoever's it is. And so Joseph considers. It would be so easy to walk away, and he's still thinking, I'm going to walk away, but he wants to find a way to do it quietly. A way to leave it as people having some questions, and if she wants to answer them, she can, but he won't have to. Maybe nobody will really know, and it'll die down after a little while. It'll be hard, but everything will be fine. And he won't have to be attached to this, but she won't get hurt, not too badly. There's just a little something tugging. Just a little something pulling him in the direction of not quite walking away so quickly. And while he's thinking about this, while he's mulling this over, while he's trying to come up with a plan, he has a dream. And in this dream, an angel appears to him and fills him in. It is, let's face it, the usual angel thing. Don't be afraid. Here's some news that I know you can't handle. Here is some news that I know is too much for you. Here is some news that's going to make you panic, but I need you to get on board really quick because this is happening. This child is from the Holy Spirit. Stick around. Take care of Mary. Take care of this child. Name the kid Jesus. He's going to do some amazing things. I can't fill you in on all of the details. These dreams aren't that long, but he is going to redeem all of the world, all of creation. Every last little sin is going to fade away. Those powers of sin and death and everything that makes life less are going to be no more. But stick around. And Joseph wakes up and has a change of heart. It would be easy to walk away, but he's not going to do that. He is going to stick around, even if he doesn't know everything yet. There's this thing about love. I know this is the one Sunday a year that we talk about love, so I've got to fit it all in. But there is this thing about love. We can get this idea that love is a deep-seated feeling of attraction, an easy kind of feeling full of grand gestures, a simple kind of feeling that you just have and you go with and it's there. We can get this idea that all love is Hallmark movie love, is teenage romance love, is puppy love. A sudden rush of a feeling, a sudden burst of emotion, something that will propel you forward forever and always. But I think we all know the truth. Love, while a feeling, while an emotion, is also a discipline. Love, when we take it beyond those early stages and make those commitments that many of us in this room have made at one point or another, love is a discipline. Whether it is with a spouse or partner, or an adopted child, or, let's face it, a biological child, whether it is with a friend who we promise to stand by, whether it is to a community that we promise to be a part of, no matter who it is and no matter where we or they are on life's journey, love sometimes is a discipline. It means having that thought. It would be so easy to walk away and not following it. Of remembering that it would hurt them. That it might even hurt us, even if we cannot see it. That while it would be easy now, it would be hard later. It means remembering that we want to stick around, that we have promised to stick around, that we have sworn to stick around, even if we don't know what's going to happen, even if we are unsure about where this is going, because don't we want to see that future? Don't we want to know what it is? Don't we want to have a piece of the redemption of all creation? Love is not always easy. Love can be profoundly difficult. And yet, love, this sometimes but not always easy, this sometimes but not always difficult, this strange thing that is both a deep feeling welling up within us and a discipline, a thing that we have to stick with even when it is difficult. Love is what makes the world go round. Love is the story of this season and all seasons. The God who is love, love itself, is going to come into the world as one of us. In one of these bodies, with all of the troubles that these bodies bring, with a family, with all the troubles that families bring, among a dispossessed people in an occupied land with all of the troubles that dispossession and occupation bring. To this family that can't find a place to stay the night. Love is going to grow up. Love is going to have friends, go to weddings. Love is going to be baptized. Love is going to preach and teach and have friends and disciples, a little group of people. Love is going to stand in front of crowds. Love is going to get in trouble. Love is going to encounter a criminal justice system. Love is, and I always hate to say this around Christmas, it feels like the wrong time, but love is going to go on trial. Love is going to be sentenced. Love is going to go to a cross and to a tomb. And then the good news, that's not going to keep love down. Love is going to get up and keep going. It would be easy to walk away. It would make sense. It would make sense to walk away if love knows what is coming. But love is disciplined. Love is committed. Love has made a promise. You shall be redeemed. You shall be restored. All of creation will be made new. The powers of sin and death and everything that has made life less will be gone. And there will be life abundant, rooted in love for everyone, for all people, for all things, for all of creation. And love is going to stick with that, no matter what comes. No matter what shows up, no matter how hard it gets, it would be easy to walk away, but it is impossible for love. It is impossible for God. It is impossible for Christ to do that. Because love sees through to the end. Love keeps loving to the end. Love is love to the end and past the end, well beyond the end, all the way to new beginnings and further on. What wondrous love. What amazing love. What an astonishing thing that is. To know, to have faith, to believe, to live in the truth of that love. That love of which Joseph has just a little bit. Just enough. Just enough to think it would be easy to walk away and then to not do that. Just enough love to stick around. To step boldly into the future, to walk further on with Mary and with this child who they will name Jesus. I know that sometimes that kind of love is hard. I know that sometimes we think it would be so easy to walk away from whatever, from whoever. And I know that because, as a human, I have also had that thought sometimes. It has snuck into my brain. It has snuck into my mind, that idea that it would be so easy to just walk away when things are hard, when things are difficult, when things are unfortunate, when things are too much. And I know. And I know. When God is calling. When God is saying, hey. When God is saying, I am love. And I am giving you a piece of that love. So that you can keep going. So that you will stick around. So that we together can all see what the future holds. I know it can be hard to love. And that is exactly why we light a candle for love. A candle against the darkness of despair, the darkness of giving up, the darkness of walking away. Because love really can change everything. And we know that. Because we have seen it play out in this story of this season, this story of this faith, this story of this church. And we trust that we can continue to be a part of it. Sticking around with each other and for each other, with Christ and for Christ, to see what the future will hold. And it will hold amazing things. A rain of love. Abundant life. Thanks be to the God who is love.